Welcome back. It's the Carpenters Local 270 Chicago Regional Council Radio Cares for St. Jude Kids Radiothon. We are live and we still need more partners in hope. Please dial that number, 1-800-374-4995. Or you can text the word HOPE right now to the number 626262. And on the phone with us right now, I think, is a new friend of Taylor's who she's been texting a lot lately. No. Taylor, who's your friend?
My friend is Tasha Ives on the phone with us right now. Hi, Tasha.
Hi there. Good morning.
Hi. Thank you so much. So I actually saw Tasha speak with Dr. Baker, who we'll talk about in a little bit. But I saw Tasha speak, and I was very inspired by she and her husband at the St. Jude Country Care Seminar last year. So, of course, what's the first thing I do? I get on social media and I follow Tasha.
Stalker. No, she doesn't follow you. She stalks you, Tasha.
So I follow Tasha, and, I knew that Tasha was involved with St. Jude, and I knew the background on her story. But as I watched Tasha on social media and all of the things that she posted, the investment and the faith that Tasha has in St. Jude is just incredible, which I'm sure will come off as we speak with her. So Tasha, give everybody a background, because they don't know what I know, on what brought you to St. Jude.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me on here. I always love to be able to talk about my daughter and, do all we can to support St. Jude. But, yeah, in May of 2008, our 9-year-old daughter, Sydney, was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. It was a few separate what we thought were separate explainable symptoms that led to this diagnosis, but it was her first piano lesson, honestly, that really made it all click together when I saw her right hand not working properly. She looked almost like she had a stroke. She had right side weakness. And so I knew there was a neurological issue, and our MRI concluded that it was an inoperable brain tumor. And our pediatrician, who is amazing, told us, don't start treatment at the hospital that we were diagnosed at. He's like, I think I have you accepted at St. Jude. And so that was in May of 2008. And, of course, we heard the words, St. Jude, and we just instantly, thought of hope. And so we were really excited to get to go there, and we ended up there the first week of June.
Right. And you guys are not from the Tennessee area. You guys are from Illinois.
We are from Illinois. Rockford, Illinois is hometown for us. So we born and raised, and just recently moved to the Tennessee area about 3 years ago.
Okay. So when you hear that news that your daughter has cancer and you have to go down to St. Jude, what was that like, and what was the next step there?
So it was an amazingly, easy process, I should say, as far as St. Jude makes it as smooth as possible. So once that we were accepted on a trial protocol for her brain tumor, it was a grade 3 inoperable brain tumor, and really was considered terminal at diagnosis. And I should point out as well that we were given a few months prognosis at her diagnostic hospital. So that was, hard information to hear.
And this again was when she was, I'm sorry to butt in, Tasha, but this was again when she was 9 years old?
Yeah, 9.5.
9.5 years old is when she was given 3 months to live.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. And so, and having the hard conversations like, Mom, am I going to die?
Yeah, she understands. I've got a 9-year-old. I mean, she totally understands that. I mean, that's something that a 9-year-old's going to understand. It's not like a two-year-old or even a 3-year-old. Sometimes they have no idea. 1-800-374-4995. That is the number right now to become a partner in Hope. We still need 6 more by 9 a.m. That's 1-800-374-4995. Tasha, pick it up from when you got that 3 months to live. What and how that went.
Yeah. Well, she asked me if she was going to die. She's 9 years old, like you said. We know about cancer. We knew people who had died of cancer, and we have a strong faith. So I just literally didn't know how to answer her, but I just prayed that God would give me the words. And the words that came out of my mouth were not mine, but I just told her, you know what, Sid, we're all going to die someday. And, I don't know if you'll die from cancer or not, We know people who've had terminal diagnoses who are alive and well today, and we know people who have clean bills of health who are gone. And so our job is to do whatever we can medically, and we'll leave the rest in God's hands. And she just looked at me with this resolve, like I had never seen and really haven't never seen since. And she just nodded, and she's like, okay, all right, I'm in. And I literally never heard her complain again after that, never once question or complain. We were in for the fight. And that's, when we heard the word St. Jude, and that's when we ended up there on campus.
Okay, and how much time do you guys spend there?
We lived there for the summer of 2008. So we were there for about 3 or 4 months. And then where she received full brain radiation 5 days a week.
Wow.
We lived a lot of life, but she also had all of her therapies, occupational speech, physical therapies there as well. And the amazing thing was our travel on the way down there was paid for.
Right.
Our lodging is provided. All of our meals are provided. As far as when you're at the hospital, your key card to your room gets you 3 meals a day at K Cafe, which is amazing food. Been there and toured St. Jude. It's good stuff. In fact, just a little quick side note, there are like 7 world-renowned chefs in the Memphis area, and 5 of them work at St. Jude.
Wow.
That's awesome.
They come in and contribute to the cafeteria there. But, so we were there for 3 months, and then we would go back for follow-up scans every 3 months, back and forth to Memphis, which, again, they would provide all our travel, meals, all of that kind of thing as well.
Okay, so then what continued your journey with St. Jude then?
Yeah, so in May, so the following year, May of 2009, Sydney, first of all, she had that 10th birthday in there, which we didn't think we would see. And then that following year, in May, we were back for follow-up scans. I knew something was a little off. Couldn't quite put my finger on it, but just mother's intuition, I guess. But we received word at that time that the tumor had spread. It had grown in her thalamus and had spread to her brainstem. And at that point, they were telling us that it was time to take her off that protocol and that medication, and that we may have 6 to 8 weeks left to live. So we went home on hospice care at that time. And, again, lived a lot of life. We had a bucket list. I asked her if there was anything she ever wanted to do that she hadn't done. And she said she wanted to ride a roller coaster. Mm-hmm. And so we did that. We had about 50 family members go to Great America right there. Are you guys familiar with Great America up near Chicago?
Yes, definitely.
Six Flags. So we went there and had about 50 family members in an RV. Wow. And it was a totally rainy, horrible day in May. But she went and rode her roller coaster, hated it. Every single bit of it, hated it. But was so proud of herself that she did it. And then she hung out on the RV and watched movies and ate whatever she wanted, and family would go ride rides and come back in and hang out with her and stuff. And it was just such a great memory. But we lived a lot of life in there, and Sydney just changed my world and changed the lives of so many people because she let me share about her story. I would blog and all those kinds of things. But she actually lived 6 months to the day of the 6-week prognosis.
Wow. Okay.
And she had an 11th birthday in there also. So not only did she, live longer than a few months, we got to see her 11th birthday. And she died on November 7th of 2009 at the age of 11 after an 18-month battle.
Okay, and that extra time.
1-800-374-4995. Again, 1-800-374-4995. Become a partner in hope right now in honor of Tasha's daughter. 4 by 9. We need 4 more to go, Tasha, so we're going to push it through, okay?
Yeah, let's push it, because here's the deal. Those numbers, we don't want anybody else to be in the 20%. So now at St. Jude, the cure rate is 80%. It used to be 20% used to be the cure rate. Now it's 80%, right? But the 20% still exists, and we are a part of the 20%, right? And so the cool thing about St. Jude is that the 20% still matter. They're still doing amazing things, which, maybe we can chat about if you want, but amazing things for the 20% of the families who don't see a cure. But we want that to grow to 100%. And the only way that's going to happen is to continue to support. Every single partner in hope goes toward helping these children and helping those odds grow to 100% cure rate instead of 80% cure rate. Right?
And that's what we've been talking about. Yeah, absolutely. We've been talking about that all morning. Becoming bigger than ourselves, and becoming bigger than part of anything we could ever see. What was your daughter's full name, Tasha?
Sydney Deanne Ives.
Deanne.
Yeah,
I
and
love
honestly,
middle names. I'm big on middle names.
Yeah, Deanne. Well, let me tell you why. Deanne is my middle name, and my husband's name is Dean.
Oh, wow.
And my mom really weirdly spelled my name Dean with an extra N, right?
Wow.
So I named, Sydney has that middle name, and then our son Carson, who's now 17, his middle name is Dean. So we kind of all share that
awesome.
Name a little bit.
Well, Tasha, we thank you so much for sharing your story. We got to go because we got to get these 4 partners in hope, okay, by 9 o'clock. And we're going to always remember Sydney Dean Ives and, Deanne. That was a lot of D's in there, but you know what? It's all good. And God bless you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. And we hope to talk to you again.
Thank you. Anytime.
Thank you, Tasha. Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
All right, it's the Carpenters Local 270 Chicago Regional Council Radio Cares for St. Jude Kids Radiothon. We still need 4 more. Let's get her done. 1-800-374-4995.